the actual issue last time. Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Mexican Joker and welcome to Firefighting Sim Ignite. I was about to say welcome back too, but yeah. Oh, welcome back the franchise, I guess. It's still the same publisher, I guess. Astragon is the publisher and developer. Is a new one for this one. And they actually made it pretty well. I actually like this revival of Firefighting Sim. It looks a lot more like realistic looking. The building actually does fall apart around you, like certain parts of the floors and stuff. It's like a house fire would end up. I think like newer mechanics to like the things that were in the old game. I think the backdraft also has like a stronger explosion to it instead of just like a small little puff of fire. I think it's funny with the squad, the backdraft. Um, the backdraft just launched like a little 80 fire, and then this one actually does like a loud explosion if you just open the door without giving it oxygen first. And these are the various customization options you can choose from. Different avatar you can choose. Usually I always pick this guy for some reason. I forget, I gotta press down and knock the arrows. And then you got the helmet that I can't really see. What the heck? You can kind of see a little picture right there. Let's choose the second one. And then for some reason, this one doesn't look that good. It looks like very dusty or something. It doesn't look like actual like yellowish uniform. That's why I usually pick like the gray with the green reflectors. That one actually looks a lot nicer. This one like the brighter reflectors, but this one looks kind of weird. I wish there's like more outfits, even if it is like various colors of the uniform. It's hard to tell the differences between these boots because you can't really see the top of the boot. I think that's it for the customization options. What was Y to create? Yeah. Yeah, I always just put Joker for the name on my character. I just did it for the PS5. I just bought Ignite for it too since it was discounted on there too. Yeah, here's our little menu that pops up every time you sign in. You see like your progress what rank you are, how much time you've played. And if you have all seven vehicles unlocked, your mission rates, it looks like how many you get per rating. You get gold, silver, or bronze. And then progress percentage right there. Then right there on top of profile, it shows the name you typed in. Yeah, I kind of like that. It kind of starts like the squad where you actually go into a fire and do the basics on like entering, rescuing a victim out of there, and then spraying the water. Why is it not staying? Seriously, is my ear already sweaty? Let's go ahead and start. Let's see if this actually runs well on here, because I did have like lagging issues on my PC because it was overclocking the processor, I think. I think that's what's doing it. Maybe it's the processor and maybe not the graphics card. I don't know, how much would that be if I actually go take it in to get it checked? So what the fuck is on the screen? He brushed himself off. Alright, let's start. I actually don't get to see cutscenes or little screenshots. Oh, there it is. I thought it just immediately launched when it has to go through this little process. It looks like the parkour tower. I think that's one of the missions. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the squad, but this time it looks a lot more. The neighborhood looks a lot more realistic. You can actually drive back to the station in this game.
Unit 7, arriving at emergency site for backup.
I don't know if I should turn on subtitles. In here. Oh yeah, where's sensitivity? I want to actually kind of raise that up because it turns like really slow. That one is a 5.5, I guess, and then this one's a vertical. Oh, here it is. Dialogue only. I don't know what the thing is. Save button. Next to save changes.
We have reports of a fire in a residential building. It has been confirmed that a victim is still located inside the house. All right, recruit. This isn't the academy. Show us what you're made of. Get inside the building, rescue that victim, and take care of the remaining fires. Best of luck.
Yeah, I'd say this sensitivity isn't probably a bit too fast. Okay. Damn it. I'm not perfect at adjusting settings. So isn't a 5.5, right? Let's go for a 4.5 maybe? Now with the arrow this time to make it a little bit easier to scroll back instead of shooting back quick. Let's see. Back. Still seems a bit too quick. Let's do a 4 maybe. 3.5, I don't know. I don't know what to have it at. Can't do it. Let's try it 3.5, see if that's better. There we go. Okay, that's probably better.
Okay,
what it was originally set to. Why do you want me to be in third person? Why don't I want to be in first person?
Try to open that door. The door is still locked. We need a tool for forced entry. Hurry and grab one from the vehicle.
I like more in first person so you can see. Be more like
Okay,
immersed in the game.
now grab one of those Halligan bars. Good. Now back to opening the door.
Alright, and then you can see like these prompts as you go throughout the game. I guess throughout the tutorial. I don't know how many missions in you get to see these prompts, but then you can actually find them somewhere in the menus. Because I know your first mission, it actually shows you the whole thing on how to actually drive. I thought this one is green. What do you mean? There you go. And then just spam X.
Unit 7, it's pretty dark in there. Better put on your flashlight. All right. Next, we need to locate the victim still inside.
No, the fire's over here. Are you over here? Oh, yeah.
There they are,
Around the ceiling.
unconscious. You'll have to carry them.
It's weird how every time you pick something
Great.
up, yeah.
Now carefully carry them to the stretcher outside. The medics will take care of them.
Yeah, I think it's always when you pick up a victim, you drop the tool, but then immediately after getting them, you just grab it back again. It looks like kind of the same way you carry them in last game, but this one actually has an animation for putting them on the...
Alright, now it's time to take care of the fire. First, pick up the nozzle connected to the red attack line. Now locate the fire inside the structure.
Because I think it's 2 or 3 people over there. I saw 2 streams.
Alright, use the nozzle and make sure all fires are extinguished.
I kind of like with this game, you don't just have the direct spray, you also have this fog nozzle that works a lot for backing up the fire when you're trying to get into places. It's like when you try to like clear a floor quickly, you can just use this one and then go to direct spray for like higher spots. Like I like to change it up whenever I play this.
Good job, Recruit. You've done your part. The others will handle the rest.
And then yeah, you get this mission overlay every time you finished. Alright, but I think we get another job before we go. No, I think we're on the drive back to the station. There you go, we get more screenshots. There we are.
Well, Recruit, you did a decent job out there. But I hope you know that firefighting is not just about fighting fires. It's about stepping into chaos when everyone else is running away. You're not just putting out flames. You're saving lives, protecting homes, sometimes even giving people a second chance. But with that comes a lot of responsibility. It's more than just a job. You become part of a family, a brotherhood and sisterhood of something bigger. You did good today. All right, but this is just the beginning. Unit 7, returning home.
Home sweet home.
All right. For now, you should come and meet me in the training area.
It's like I already played this game on a PC and actually finished it. It's easy. The highest rank you can actually get is Deputy Chief. I don't know, it always has you pull into the station like this, but I like to back the truck up into the station. These people did. I'll probably show the next thing in a bit that I kind of like about the game, that it actually lets you interact with the truck and kind of learn the layouts. He's over here at the parkour section, and I think this is supposed to be the training section, teaching you how to breach the doors and put out certain fires.
Good morning, rookie. This is the parkour section. Here you can get used to moving around and training with mission objects. Feel free to come by anytime. On the other side, we have the training area. We have a suite of training scenarios for you here, with anything you might encounter on a real call. Of course, you can also create your own custom conditions to get exactly the training that you need. For now, we will show you how to set up the water supply to the vehicle and give clear commands to your squad members. Nothing you can't handle, of course. First, we need to set up the water supply. Grab one of those yellow supply hoses from the vehicle.
I kind of want to see what the training scenarios are. I haven't done them yet. I also just played through the whole game. I haven't gone through the training.
First, connect one end to the truck.
Just hold down the
Next,
trigger.
you need to connect the other end to the hydrant so we can get some water.
The hydrants are actually more interactive this time than just pop on the pop off the lid and then put the hose on and then it's on. Suddenly, this one you actually get to turn everything manually. It's kind of nice. You actually get to actually make it a bit more realistic to actually hooking up a supply line. I used to do this at work with the water truck we had. We actually got permission to use the fire hydrants in the park to fill up the truck rather than going all the way to like the spot they have to fuel up the water tank.
Okay, now water is coming in, so now it needs to go out. Grab a red attack hose from the back. Good. Now attach the other end on the side of the vehicle.
And plus the connecting
Now put a
the attack
nozzle
line
on
to
the
the
end of
nozzle
it.
is actually easier in this game than in the last game. So this time you can just hold the trigger hovering over a nozzle and you can just immediately
Okay,
have it.
the water is ready. Now get to the door.
So before you used to have to grab the nozzle then look down for the end of the hose to connect. And that made it a lot slower to hook up.
Okay, now for commands. Tell your squad member to break open that door for you.
And I like that in this one you can actually put the ladders yourself rather than the ladders already being in the site. Oh, it goes all the way over there. Alright. That's the command view. Why can't I pull up the...
It's locked, but I'll break it open. Be right back. Getting a Halligan.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that one first before I can actually get the menu. I forgot about that. And some of these doors actually require like 2 motions to actually open it.
All right, we've seen that there is a victim. Give the search and rescue command so your squad member rescues them.
Now you can pull up the menu. And here, select that, and then you get a few things to choose from here. You need this one.
Things can get hectic on site. You can always rely on the command view to keep everything in sight. There are some potentially explosive materials on site. Grab them and get them outside.
And command view gives you the locations where you can put ladders, possible
Victim rescued, partner.
floor breaks that pop up. And it actually gives you a chance to actually get any
I got that victim
Yes,
safe to the
bottles.
medics.
out of the building instead of letting them explode. I don't know if stuff actually explode in this squad.
Gonna pick up that Halligan first.
One of your squad members needs help. Get to them quickly.
this one, people can go down and they actually do call out. Like, what the heck? Oh, you're right there.
Someone help! I need help! Mayday! Mayday!
There they are. Now
I'm
help
not
them
gonna
get
be
back
faster
up.
than that. Back on my feet.
Good. Now you just need to take care of that fire. Don't forget you can give
Maybe
commands
we'll
to your
faster
squad
than
to help you out.
Now you're safe.
Yeah, this one, the victims actually do talk in this one, and sometimes they're annoying because they just keep yelling for help. And sometimes you just hear them just yelling for help in a different room. If I'm trying to get there, I'm just putting out some of the fire so I can actually make a path. There it is. And then there's also this tool. You can actually look for hotspots. For some reason it doesn't actually show you right now. Tool. Maybe it actually shows it in the first mission. Yeah, I like this fog now, so to actually help like clear a path. In this game, the rollover is actually more aggressive than the last one. The fire can actually go over you quickly. Like this, and it freaking lights up everything.
Good job for now, but enough playing around. We've got a real emergency going on. Get to the mission room ASAP to get up to speed.
And if you're in the response gear, you can actually take on and off the mask. Okay, let me finish the tutorial and then we'll explore the station. Yeah, you gotta do is just get to the training room and then their tutorial done. Does it judge you on like a time you finish the tutorial? 10 minutes to do it. I don't know if there's like a better score you can get, but yeah, you can access the mission board from here, but then also you can just hit the second pause button. You just access that board anywhere. Yeah, as long as you have the trucks like in the base to like drive out, or you came back, you can actually interact with the trucks, open them up, and see where everything is. See where the Halligans are, the saw, the fire extinguishers, the axes, some. There's like a lot of other stuff that you can't really use. And then in this game, you actually have a thing right here at the console that you can actually change it to spray out foam, and then switch back to water. And then the same place you take out the nozzles from the other truck are right there. Hoses right there. And then I think over here is kind of the same thing. Elegant. 2 more saws. I think there was 2 over there, or was it just 1? So you get 4 of these saws to cut garage doors and roof access, or roof ventilation. Alright, it's not hold X, it's press X. Don't keep forgetting about that. And then got 8 fire extinguishers in this truck, rather than just 4 in the last game, I think it was. So yeah, right now, like, these trucks have more equipment than the last ones. Oh, so you got like a lot more nozzles. Because I think in the squad you either have like 3 or 4 per truck. I think the Viper was the one that I was only able to find 3 nozzles. Maybe there was like another one somewhere, but I couldn't find it because it's like really hard to see in that game, and then you have to like have the arrow pointing at the specific thing. You can't just look at it. It has to be like the little line has to be aligned with it. And here's where the fire extinguishers are for this truck. These are the Haligans. You have the saw, axes, and then there's some like spare nozzles like that on some of these compartments. So another one on top, yeah, so there's like 2 spare ones up there, and then the rest of them are back here. So you have like a lot of nozzles in case you have like a lot of hoses out. Yeah, you got 2 more, so you got like 4 extra nozzles apart from those. And then there's more saws, axes, big Haligans here. And then more fire extinguishers. Right there. I was about to very calm hydrants, that's why I fucking did that sound. Yeah, I kind of like it that you can actually interact with the trucks as long as you have them here in the bays to drive out and have the truck selected. And then that spot is already filled with our TP3 basic truck we always get, but then as you unlock more trucks, they just appear as like kind of trophies or something, just like here in these bays where you can't really interact with them, but they're just there. This game has like a lot more than the last one did. And this one actually has like a station you can actually explore. Like you saw how big the squad station was, but you can never actually see how it is inside. I don't even know if we actually are in the same city, or if this is a different city than the last game. But the station looks kind of similar, I don't know. I can't remember because you always just spawn into like the loading bay and then you drive out. I rarely like looked behind me to actually see the station again and again to actually see if I can compare it to this one or not. Which one is this fire truck? The 100 or is this a different one? No, I think the 100 is dual wheel or 8 wheel in the back and a bit longer than this one. I don't think this is the fight room. Is it? Yes, I remember what these trucks are because there's like 7 trucks now in the game. And yeah, the 7 truck is the most useless one because it's the walk and rescue. I don't even know if you can actually interact with that one. I didn't get a chance to do it when I was doing the final mission because it was like the most hectic one. But we had to take a walk and rescue for that one apparently. I couldn't actually explore the truck to know if it was interactable to go inside or not. It does look like it has an interior. Yeah, if I can hit pause on the headset. And this one you don't have to be stuck with the uniform. You can switch to this. I don't know if it's gonna do it once I like launch the first mission, if it's gonna automatically give me the uniform when I'm like in certain areas. Let's go into the training because it did on the PC. I passed like one of these lines and then it just switched me to the actual gear, but yeah, there it is. And here you got like the different doors you can actually open. It's funny how you can actually interact with this stuff without having to start the mission. Let's see the different doors you'll see at the sites. Yeah, they're all unlocked right now. Let's see, do you have a Halligan here on the table? It's on this table. Right there. I did another one spawning. Just trying to close the door. See if it actually does the prompt we always have to do. There it is. There you go. I think that was the door we opened in the first mission we did. I guess that one's like a little wooden door, so that one you just break open. But I think this one's the one that he opened over in the parkour section. That was a bit more difficult. I didn't press that. Damn it, pick that back up. Oh, that's a new one that spawned in. Damn it. Stuff's going wrong. Damn it. Alright, let's go. And then you do first motion, and then you do next. There you go. I think this one's like the industrial buildings door. These basic house doors, or I think these are like bedroom doors. Is there a garage door anywhere? Is this a garage door? Yeah, can I actually cut it open? Oh, it is actually locked. Oh, so you can't actually go in and open it. You have to. This part. Oh, actually, and that room. I'm in the back rooms. Because I think it'll hopefully let me grab the saw and cut the door open. In this game, it actually looks like you're carrying it properly, and then just like with one hand just hanging on the side. Okay. Sort it out. And then I think you have to keep it in like a certain alignment when you start putting. Yeah, you gotta like kind of keep it centered. Ow, sorry. I forgot how to do something. I didn't do it perfectly before. Yeah, you gotta like kind of keep it from going to like the edge. There you go. Oh, so you gotta like follow that little arrow and like keep it steady. There you go. And then just go in like that and then sneak in like that. I don't think we were able to cut the garage doors. What did we do with the garage doors? I think we just opened them from the inside. I can't remember if there's actually something you can actually interact with the garage doors in the last game. I don't know. It's like I played a lot of the squad, but I didn't really have a lot of missions with a garage door that I needed to. I think it probably pried it open. I don't know. It's hard to remember if you actually pry it open, you open it from the inside, or it's already open when you get there. Here are the 4 parking spots for the last couple of trucks. I believe it's the T-Rex, the Viper, the RTX, electric fire truck, I think it is, and then the walk-in rescue. The RTX was a weird one, like an electric fire truck. I think that one was the only one that I seen that has like limited equipment. Kind of wish there's like different variants of the ambulance, but it looks like an old school pickup with a box on the back.
Hi, good seeing you.
Yeah, and now we just have that truck. I think the next one is the one right next to it, and then we unlocked the bigger one up there. Let's see, how much time has it been? I haven't even explored the fire station yet. Damn, it's already 44 minutes, so I guess the only thing I can do is probably explore the fire station to see what other things the fire station has. Because I don't want to just jump into missions like right away. I want to like actually showcase a lot of this building. There's the actual fire station you can actually explore, but then limited to certain rooms. And some of these are not interactable. I think this one's like a CPR medic room. Talk it off. Thought I saw a prompt pop up, but I think that was the door. It actually gives you like a little plaque out here. It says what it is. Yeah, first aid room.
Anyway, something in the air shaft kept carrying the fire through the apartment. Next thing we know, the other side of the building was also on fire.
I guess this is where we came from and went out on our first job, but we don't get to go in there. I guess they're learning some CPR tactics, I guess, and then this is where you go to actually, no, that's the mission room. Where's the gym at? It's on the other side, I think. Yeah, right here. Which I thought you could actually unlock this at a certain point, but no, it's just, you know, just there. We can't go in and do that as like a side activity or something like that. Because I thought like the point of the game was kind of like to stay in shape to actually keep going on the callouts, but apparently you're just like ready to go, and that's it. And this is the lieutenant's office. These guys right here. Maybe talk.
Liam and
No.
Allison have some kind of deal with the heat going on? I swear they always get assigned some shit. Always.
It's weird how they sit at the computer, like at least have it turn on whenever someone's at it, because it just looks like they're just messing with a keyboard that's not even on. It's like to fake look like you're working. I guess yeah, you got the basic restrooms here. I think both of them are just like toilets. There's no urinals or anything. Mirrors don't work. Sink's right there. You can interact with a toilet somewhere. I think you just flush it. Where's the dispatch office? Which I think it would have been a bit more realistic to have this office like just constantly ringing the phones, people answering calls, like not make it just like we're the only units that can go. To make it seem like other units are actually going out to calls. Have like the phones and stuff ringing. People are just like sitting at a desk. Their screen that's off, and the other two screens are just on a basic image. I guess they like the kind of attention to detail of like actual fire stations. So I think this is what I imagine actual dispatch offices have. You have like multiple monitors, like looking for like the exact location that the squad has to go out to. This person doesn't have a plaque, but I think they're like the reception desk right here. Come on, open. Here we got a little lobby. It's a fire hydrant. I wonder if that one's actually functional. But yeah, here's the little plaque you see coming in. To honor the fallen firefighters that have served before. the firefighters in the world. Dedicating their lives to helping others. And especially those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We salute you. It's really hard to read. It's really hard to read and like say it out loud. That's the thing. Yeah, honor the fallen firefighters. Because yeah, firefighting, even if you do it as a volunteer job, it's still like the hardest thing to do. And especially when you make the ultimate sacrifice to help others.
Well, now she doesn't talk to me, so I must have said something. Sorry, not now.
So what, are you gonna get divorced, Chief, or what? What are you talking about?
Time for chatting. Hey, Ellie, did that car guy from last week call back yet?
See, you're not into chatting, but then you start talking. What is wrong with you?
We knew there were many victims within the complex, so Sam and I brought like 20 people, but when we arrived we found them all happy as clams in the swimming pool, already safe and sound.
Okay, I didn't have any family members that I know of. I think maybe my cousin probably was doing firefighting, but I don't really see any of my cousins anymore. Except for the ones that live out of town. One of them actually did go into firefighting. I think like his older brother. And I know an uncle that had his father in the military. I didn't get to meet him. I actually went to his burial, apparently. That's how I found out. His father was in the military. I think it sucks that it was like last year, I believe, when he went to the burial of his mother. Oh my god, I don't know. Why am I getting into the topic of funerals? Just because I went to... I went to a vigil recently of my brother's girlfriend's brother that got into an accident and passed away in a burning car, apparently. Which actually, that is the worst way to go out, is burning alive. Yeah, apparently he lost control of the car, and he was the only one that wasn't able to make it out. He haven't done the funeral and stuff yet. We just did like the vigil. I think it's sometime this month. We're gonna do the funeral, and then we went to another funeral too. Like, I don't know, like almost every year it's like going to the funeral, and that's what makes me even like more sad, going on and on about the years. Okay. Hard topic to talk about and stuff, or a hard thing to deal with. God damn it, I just like tried to play a game, but then it just made it all sad just by thinking of that ultimate sacrifice line. God damn. Cause yeah, I can just remember it's like growing up, just going to like nothing but funerals. Even to one of my cousin's funeral when he passed away from cancer at 13, I think he was. Because I think he was like 13, and I think I was like 16 at the time. It's like shit, already being depressed at that age, and then just going to funerals back to back. It's like, damn. Well, I guess I can get some of these props sooner than later. Alright. Oh yeah, I was like, wait, why was I able to access the ladder? It's because I took the outriggers out. Can I put them back in, or is the ladder saying like it's not in the right position? Aren't you like back in the right position? You gotta be centered at the top. And I can put these back in. No, alright, so probably messed up the alignment or something's up. This thing. Yeah, and it gives you this little thing that actually helps you align it to know where you can actually walk on. Just set it out. It's a little bit too much to the right. To make it more to the left. There we go. Now it's back in properly. The prop is still there, but outriggers are back in. I think we explored a lot of the station and some of the training area. Yeah, let's go to the roof phase. Here's the second floor, but then the third floor is actually a roof that you can actually go out to. I don't know why when I unlock the doors it just vibrates the controller like that. God damn it. As you get to explore the whole roof, but only like one little setup is here. You can't really sit down anywhere. It's not a lot of things that are interactive that you can just like sit around or something like that, and then just immediately get up to respond to a call. I guess for like the next video, we get to do the first mission, and we apparently get a new vehicle immediately. Unless that is a TV3 unlocked. And it actually gives us the name, but yeah, Black Friday. There's a mission in this game.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah? Hello?
Hello, sir. How can I help you?
Ah, great. I'm over at the Solala Couture store in downtown. You need to send someone. There's a Black Friday sale going on. Well, at least it was. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think someone set some clothes on fire?
All right, sir. I'm sending people your way. Are you outside?
Yeah, I got out. So did most people and employees. There's so much smoke. I couldn't see if anyone is still inside. God, I hope not.
Okay, thank you, sir. I need you to stay on the line with me just a bit longer.
It kind of looks like a smaller map once you look at it here, but once you're actually out in the world, it actually does get bigger. And here's some of the trucks you can unlock. And that's always Rosenbauer TP3. That one is the 68. The Cobra 100. Is that the truck I was looking at right now? No. Oh, what's this one over here? Is it the Viper? Oh, so I guess that one is the Viper then. Okay, looks like it. Yeah, I think that's the truck I was messing around with right now. So yeah, that was the Viper. That one actually is better than the old Viper that was in the game. But yeah, the Cobra 100, that one was like a pretty good truck to have. It's just like a larger truck. You can actually feel the weight of it once you drive it. So I like about this game. The driving is also better in this one because you can actually feel the weight of the trucks. Like your controller like vibrates when you're like skidding on a turn, if you're taking a turn too hard. Yeah, here's where they would hang the hoses, I think, after cleaning them. I think this thing goes down, you attach all the hoses, and then you just raise it up, and then they just dry over time. And this is like a little viewpoint for the tower. You can actually see the pollution in the area. I don't know about like skyscrapers anywhere, unless over there. But apparently this game doesn't have like tall buildings like that you can actually go into. There's still like a basic 4-floor buildings you can actually go into. I don't know if they're gonna make any like updates to the game, maybe this one or another firefighting sim where you can actually go into skyscrapers. Not necessarily like a 9/11 scenario, but an office building that's on fire, kind of similar to these, but not as aggressive as that one. And then, yeah, the chief's quarters has his own personal bathroom here. shower. The chief has a restroom. He has a couch right here by the door. He has a TV. A small little bed that doesn't even look like a twin size bed. It looks like a kid's bed. You see how tall the character is and then how small that bed looks. Because it looks like if my character was able to lie down on the bed, his legs would kind of be hanging out a bit. Chair that you can't sit at, desk that you can't sit at. There's like a little gaming setup, it looks like. And then 2 dresser cabinets. So let's look at this one. There's an AC unit right there. I don't know, those are supposed to be like AC vents right there. There's 2 right there. A lot of windows to actually see out. And then the other quarters are just single. I don't know if this is the same size as the Chief's bed or it's a little bit bigger. I think they're like the same size bed. But each of these rooms has like a different layout to it. They have different things on the desk. Some plates of foods on the side. A dresser that's like right behind the door. Rooms here. So there's like boxes right there, a little recliner, sofa, whatever it is. Bed is on this side, and there's like a little nightstand. But I think since every time you sign into the game, you always spawn in this room, so I'm guessing this is our room. But yeah, that's basically a fire station. I guess, there is another room over here. I guess I could show. Because this is like the basic cafeteria that I think I walked in earlier.
Hey, glad to see you.
And this is... I guess it's called a living room. And then like this little seating area here. You can't sit at, but then you also have this viewing area. Wait, does that actually change? I thought I just saw it last time, like on a construction sim ad, but what is that? Is that supposed to be construction sim, or I thought it looked like train sim for a sec. For some reason, the first person view I thought it was. The fuck? Is that guy here talking? Is that in the game? Okay, I think it is in the game. What the hell? I don't know why am I so paranoid just like hearing conversations with them when I take my headset off. I can't hear anything. I think it is supposed to be like this environment, but I don't see anybody like actually talking, but apparently they are. No, this one says hobby room, and then the other one says living room.
Anyway, something in the air shaft kept carrying the fire through the apartment. Next thing we know, the other side of the building was also on fire. And so yeah, this is the TV I can actually interact with. Alright, so they changed the ad on the TV, but I don't know what game that is. Because I think before the image that showed up is construction sim. I don't know, it's like weird how you can actually interact with the vending machine, so you can't really drink what you get.
You better move it. What's up? Nice to see you.
Alright, so I guess that gives you
I'm
like
grateful.
talking points.
Certainly not. All right. Sorry for that. You should take a look at this. I need someone to look at this. I need help here. That's unfortunate. Sorry. Some assistance would be great.
That's fine. Okay, so it's like when you're playing multiplayer, maybe I just say some of these things.
Could use some help here. Could use some extra hands here. No way.
Alright. The hell is that thing? Why is it so heavy? I guess I'm gonna do it for this intro to Firefighting Sim Ignite. So check out the Firefighting Sim Ignite channel. I played this, but now this is barely first video. Yeah, if you want to see the old playthrough of Firefighting Sim Squad, you can actually check that out on the channel. I did all the missions, all the training exercises you can do in that one, and did some replays of some of the missions. God damn, I can't even think of what to think. What to say. But yeah, look forward to GTA Online for the Home Sweet Home mission with the final mission for the mansions update. until the summer update comes out. I don't know if it's this month or next month. I don't know if it is in March or May or April. I don't know when the summer update usually comes in, but let's see if it is maybe bigger, because the December update was supposed to be the last one. This month was supposed to be GTA 6's release, so let's see how big of an update we're going to get for the summer one, because I don't know if they're going to wait until the December to make that one the biggest one when GTA 6 has to come out in November 19th. It better not be pushed back another fucking year. Because I think that was the thing back then, that they said GTA 6 is going to come until 2027, or GTA 7 is supposed to come out then. There was something about 2027 that people were saying before, but Rockstar said November 19th, and it can't go any later than that. Because it's already been too long. We were supposed to get it this month, but now we gotta wait more months. Let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna have to push through GTA until November. We'll see if I can actually finish GTA 6 by then, or GTA 5 by then. See how far we can get with that. We'll see if we end up finishing Red Dead 2 before then. So we'll be able to go into Red Dead 1, which I'm still kind of confused about the story of it. Because the starting missions are kind of weird for where we end up at the end of Red Dead 2. Yeah, look forward to more Firefighting Sim Ignite in the future. Now that's in the same lineup as it did before, after Power Wash Sim. So yeah, we got GTA, we got Red Dead, Mafia, Farming, Power Wash, and now Firefighting. So yeah, we got the 6 game lineup again. Like, instead of adding another game, I brought back a Firefighting Sim now, but I don't know, one of these games is going to be over, and then we'll be able to replace it with the other games I'm trying to bring back or add to the channel. Like World War II coming back to the channel, and then the Gears of War series would come to the channel too. I gotta see, like, someday go back and play or finish Gears of War 1, and then be ready to add that to the channel, and then keep playing the other 2, because I think the ones that I really played were 3 and 4. I finished the story of, but 5 I haven't played, and then the first 2. That sound like wanting to bring them to the channel. I watch it so many times. Anyway, I'm gonna make the playlist for this channel, for this series, once the episode gets uploaded. Anyway, thanks for watching. Look forward to GTA Online. Check out the socials, Instagram and TikTok, for previous shorts that I've made. New shorts coming out every other day on YouTube. I think today was the last one in the lineup, so I gotta make the next 2 weeks of shorts. Anyway, see you in the next one. Goodbye.